Hello, everybody. Sorry, Dad called. He wanted to know. He wanted to ask me something. Anyways, continuing. Where was I again? Yeah, okay. So Al says, there's a whole nother spell that allows you to shoot fire out of your eyes if you're immobile or handicapped. But it's very draining. Says, no, I just want to prove the guy wrong. Says, okay. As Zal tells him the spell, as Deku repeats it in his head. As fire comes out of his eyes and hits the end of Aizawa's scarf. As whatever it's made out of, it takes a while to melt. Says, woo! I'm finally free. Also, how come every time we meet, you tie me in your scarf? So anyways, they all keep training, and Deku already has all for one. And it unfortunately, is too much for his body. Even though he's trained for so long. I'm gonna say he can use I don't know, 50% without breaking anything. And he can go 100% with breaking an arm. And the classic 1,000,000%, and his entire arm will shatter. Or wherever body part he's using. One for all on. Says, kid, this is like an old spell that I knew. It was called Shadow Cloak. It essentially cover your entire body with the shadow magic and make you stronger. You could go through shadows, of course, because it's literally in the name. And you could move faster and you were stronger. So what you're saying is use it throughout my entire body? He says, bingo. As Deku's training with it, as says, well, luckily no electricity is escaping my body like usual. Thanks for illusion magic. He says, yeah, if you constantly do this, you're gonna vomit. And cough blood. He says, I don't care. I've literally vomited and coughed out blood so many times. How many times was it? Hold on. Let me cycle through your memories. 67 times and a half. You were starting to throw up, but you kept it in. Says, okay. As everyone arrives there, and he says, again. As everyone says, we've all trained so hard. I'm pretty sure we're ready for the UA entrance exams. As All Might appears and says, kids, unfortunately All Might couldn't come today. So he sent me here instead. He says, sup, Toshi? Say, hey. Anyways, tomorrow you'll have... All Might couldn't be in his buff form all the time, so sometimes when he had enough time and they met in the AM, he would be in his buff form. But other times he made up an excuse saying that Toshi was All Might's friend, which technically isn't wrong, but they're the same person, so yeah. For this one, it can be really long. So, I'm happy. So anyways, Deku would be... Oh, crap. Deku would be taking a nap while they got there, as the female alpha would punch him in the gut, saying, "I see you're feeling well." She says, "Mm-hmm. Luckily for me, I'm in peak physical shape now." Says, "Sure thing, short little potato." As she knocks him on the head. Says, "Okay, that one I deserved." She says, yeah, shut up and just train with us." As he says, All Might said when he has you guys could spar with him next time he comes. As all of them get excited as they push themselves to their absolute limit. As Selena comes and says, "Hey, Toshi. Nice to see you again." Says, "Hi, Selena." As All Might's just sitting down, drinking a soda. I don't know any soda names besides Coca-Cola and Fanta. So I'm just gonna say he's drinking Coca-Cola. As both of them just sit down and start drinking. The Coca-Cola, not alcohol. Because I'm sure if I just said drinking, then people's mind would wander to alcohol. And no. Anyways, I'm getting off track. So, they would essentially be drinking the soda while watching the kids train and giving them pointers. As Toshi would have read the Dummy's Guide to Teaching already, or Teaching for Dummies, because he's technically teaching 6 kids. Says, as inside Deku's, as we drink back to the kids, as Deku's the current strongest, as everyone's starting to gang up on him, as he's dodging with difficulty, because all of them throughout the months have gotten better at teamwork. Even Bakugo, which is so surprising. That airhead really, it can work with people when he wants to. As Deku knows all their weaknesses and strengths. He has them in his notebook. And to be honest, I find this super overpowered about Deku in the anime. He has like 13 notebooks of hero analysis over the years. Since they're a part of him, it's super OP, so he knows so many hero and villains' weaknesses. Even now, he still keeps notes, but more extensive ones, since he has like 2 people in his head, him and Al. So Al catches things that he doesn't, and Deku catches things that Al doesn't. She says, as Deku dodges a ganged up team attack where everyone hangs on to Bakugo while he launches 2 giant explosions behind him and throw the werewolves at Deku. As Deku simply jumps up and dodges. As Al says, "Smooth, kid." Says, "Thanks." Says, "You're welcome, but seriously, dodge!" As he says, "Wait, what?" As his thought is cut off with somebody punching him across the face. Says, "Yelling dodge is more distracting than helpful, right?" Says, "Sorry. Yep, but And I panicked. Says, yeah, let's just fight. As sometimes when Deku fights and he gets carried away, he goes a bit insane. When I say that, I mean like insane. Like, he starts laughing and stuff. He has a giant grin on his face. He starts laughing and attacks effortlessly. With a giant grin on his face. They think it's like gay. Him being an alpha too long for like 3 years might have taken a toll on his brain because he's been in countless fights with werewolves. As I mean, they're not wrong. It kind of did take a huge toll on the kid. Having to fight so many people. Wouldn't you go insane having to fight people constantly every single day? Oh, right. I forgot. Did I enable comments? Because if I did and someone who's watching on an account, please put a comment in below. If not, then I do not know how to enable them. Anyways, I'm getting off track again. So, Deku goes in the fights. Then we reach the entrance exam where everyone goes in together. As everyone trips. I'm joking, of course. Only Deku trips. As Bakugo grabs the back of his backpack saying, "Hey, nerd. Don't think you can give up on us now." Says, "Thanks, Bakugo Anshan." Says, "No prob. I'm still gonna be a better hero than you and beat you in a fight finally. Or at least we will beat you in a fight." As Deku says, "I'll be looking forward to it. Now, we have a test to pass." As throughout the thing, Deku has been kind of like the subject teacher and All Might the training teacher. Like the PE teacher. So, of course, since he's super smart, they all ace it. They all ace the practical exam. When I say that, I mean like the test, the written portion. Next comes the hard part, the robots. So nobody's in the same block. Deku sees the doors open. Oh, right, the explanation. Yeah, nothing goes wrong with the explanation. Deku doesn't get called out because he's just sitting there calmly. So no one gets called out. Sorry, no one gets called out. Still a little bit stuff from the medication or the vaccine. So anyways, the doors start to open as Deku runs through the gates. Says, "What are you doing? Go after the kid," says President Mike. Come on, do you really need a signal to start saving people? Now go, go, go! Oh, it's reaching 15 minutes. That's where I'm going to leave it off. Some timely advice. If you're on a phone or a tablet, all you have to do is go in front of the yellow thing on your screen to skip an ad. Of course, if it's the first time you do it, then you might get an ad. But just go through that one and continue on the individual ones. Right, outro. Wolf.